has been an
What's up, guys, and welcome back to my latest video. I'm going to be doing a tips and tricks guide to Skyrim. Most of the stuff I'm going to talk about you probably already familiar with. It's mostly for people who probably just picked up the remaster or just gotten into Skyrim for the first time. You might learn something new, so maybe you watch. Alright, so probably the toughest choice in the game is choosing your race. You may not know, each race comes with a passive ability and an active ability, which is a power. The only other thing that race really impacts is your starting stats, which to me really, it really isn't too much of a big deal unless you want to get, pound 2 perks and one-handed right away. You're going to want to make sure you're a red guard. But Argonian Master Race, probably one of the most trivial decisions in this part is whether to choose Hadvar or Ralof. It's actually better to choose Hadvar. If you side with Hadvar and you talk to Alvor, you're actually able to take all of these ingots down here and you can use them to level your smithing. One thing you may not know is actually Hadvar, you can hit him. He doesn't fight back even if you down him all the way. So you can use this as an easy way to level up your best place to hit Hadvar or Ralof is definitely right at this bear encounter because they actually follow you. So if you don't go anywhere and you just keep hitting them, they won't leave. Another little tip you can do is trainers, like this guy for example. You can give them money in order to level up your skills, and then you can actually pickpocket right back if your pickpocketing is high enough. But as it gets progressively higher, your pickpocket will level, and that way you're able to pickpocket higher amounts. Or if I was able to make Fendel my follower, which you can if you complete his little quest line thingamajigger, you can actually level the skill with the trainer, and then trade items and literally just take your money back. But you're not leveling anything that way, so it's not as useful. But it's kind of up to you what you want to do. A real easy way to get a boost early game is to use the hidden Khajiit chests. It's sort of an exploit in the game, so some people choose not to use it, but if you do, I will show you where they are. Right now I'm in Markarth. You can see the left-hand mine and the farm are right there, and the city is kind of in the back. You're going to walk over to this stone wall, crouch and look straight down, and the chest right there. The next chest, there's the Solitude Gate. If you walk right over here, where the Khajiit usually are, and you crouch and look down, see there's another one. You can only get this one if the Khajiit are not here. If they are here, his thing is directly on top of the chest. The last chest is in Dawnstar. If you come over to this quaint little pile of rocks right next to one of the mines, give it a go crouch, and you'll see there is in fact a chest here. These chests do raise another good point. Potions of cure disease are very valuable. If you ever get bit by a vampire or a dog or a bear, you might get a crappy disease that'll lower your one-handed or your stamina or something. So it's really good to have these on. If you don't have any, you can always go to a shrine, like a shrine to Talos or something like that. If you click on those, they give you a blessing and they cure all of your diseases. Another good tip for early on in the game is you're going to want to hoard dragon scales and dragon bones. You might not use them. You can sell them, but it's probably better to just craft dragon bone armor or weapons. You're going to want to hoard solid Dwemer metal because it turns into 5 dwarven metal ingots a piece. And you can take that to a forge and craft not only dwarven bows, which have pretty high value, but you can also craft dwarven arrows, which are useful if you're doing archery. You can just get a crap ton of arrows. And otherwise, your second best bet is going to be to get transmutate mineral ore from Halted Streams camp right here. It's really close to where I run. Alright, one of the quests you're going to want to do right away, and I know usually it's a late game quest, is this one. The Stones of Brizah. You can find them, there's the list online. You can find of all the locations, but basically once you get all 24 of them and you take them to Delvin in Riften, he will send you on a quest to get the crown. And once you get the crown and return it to the Thieves Guild, you get a passive ability. I forget what it's called. It starts with a P. But basically what it does is it makes so anytime you open a chest or container like an urn or something, you're like guaranteed to get gems like amethyst, garnet, rubies, sapphire, diamonds. All of those are like guaranteed to spawn in the chest, and they start to pile up really, really fast. Once you completed that quest and you've let your spicy gems pile up, you gotta go to Solstheim and get the Untold Legends Black Book. You can find it in Beckengreich at the end, and it'll give you the Dremora Merchant. That's not the Dremora Merchant. Let me just, okay. You get the Dremora Merchant. He's a chill dude. You can sell him stuff. He has 2,000 gold, which is obviously more than your standard innkeepers, and you can just sell away. I just give him all my shit. And then the best part is, after you let him dissipate, you wait 2 days, and then he has full gold again. So you can just kind of rinse and repeat this process until you run out of gems, and it'll make your bank account get big quick. However, you're not going to want to let all that waiting go to waste. So if you get married before that, your spouse always opens a store, and you can just take that sweet, sweet money from them. So make sure to get married before you do all that waiting. In fact, as early on in the game as possible, you're definitely going to want to do that. One other important tip to point out, there's a set of armor called Deathbrand armor. You get it on Solstheim by reading the book Deathbrand. It starts the quest. You have to be at least level 36. This armor is pretty good. It gives you a 100% armor bonus when you wear the whole set, which regardless if you're wearing light or heavy armor, if you don't have like dragon armor by level 36, you just head over to Solstheim and get this quest. The armor is just good. It has so many good buffs. A little tip for leveling magic, there's 3 spells that work really well for leveling. The alteration one is not here. It's Detect Life, Muffle for illusion, and last but not least, we got Soul Trap for conjuration. Muffle, doesn't matter where it's used, you can just use it when you're walking around or in a town. Detect Life is pretty easy, you just want to use it in a highly populated area. And Soul Trap you got to use on enemies, otherwise you won't get the experience. You don't have to kill them in order to get it to work. As long as it hits them, it'll level up. Another useful tip is to wait till level up blocking, unless you're adamant about using shield. You're gonna want to wait till level up blocking until you got super good gear, because as you'll notice, like this guy does 0 damage to me, and my blocking will level up. I mean, it's not fast, but it's pretty efficient if you just let him sit here and just keep whacking at me. Khajiit are super good because they can win pretty much every fist fight in the game. There's a good amount of Thieves Guild quests. Well, there's just the one main one that you have to do it, but there's a lot of people you can brawl. But if you have these gloves and you're Khajiit, I'm an adept, and I just killed her in like 5 hits. Alright guys, guess that's gonna do it for my Skyrim tips and tricks guide. You have post in the comments below what else you want to see, and I'll try to do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a little something about Skyrim and all the things in it. See ya.